Like I said, it's been an eventful week.
Yeah, and it's been an eventful week. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. That Sony news just pissed me off, and I don't. Every single time Sony does something, it gets me further and further away from ever looking at PS5 or PS6 as a console ever
I
again.
was already pissed off by their dynamic pricing horse shit,
Oh yeah,
where they charge you more money if you buy more games. It's a reverse loyalty program. So a game costs me more money buying it digitally on the PlayStation Store than it would you, who doesn't play any.
wait a tick. It that's how it works.
Yes, they charge you more money if you regularly buy. They charge you the standard price, I should say. They give you a special discount if you, on average, buy less games.
So if you buy more games, you're paying regular price more often.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
in their mind, they're thinking, well, you're going to buy these anyway, so we might as well not give you a discount.
Yes, but it doesn't even vary by region. It varies by the amount that you play. So it's not like an American European thing.
God, you know what? I really love Steam. I fucking love Steam.
It's when Xbox is going through their stuff and saying, this is an Xbox, which they totally backed away from now,
Yeah.
and all this stuff integrating with the PC. People are like, well, why buy an Xbox? Just get a PC. But it's Sony that's going to push me to PC because all this horse shit has basically convinced me not to get a PS6. There's no reason to. And as I've said to other people, this PS5 I've got here has not earned its value that I bought it 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Well, to some people it has, but I think that has to do with just their loyalty to the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't measure that from person to person. There's your Sony ponies out there who are always going to love everything Sony does and then go through incredible mental gymnastics to justify everything that Sony does or just hand wave it away.
Or the Nintendo shit.
Yeah, exactly. Sony and Nintendo. The problem is that going from console to a PC gaming world is not easy. It's not something that you can just, unless you go for like a Steam Deck or a Steam machine, wherever the hell that's coming out. God, how much of a fuck you would it be if Steam decided, you know what, this is our first standalone console, we're going to subsidize the shit out of this. Sony doesn't want to put their games on PC anymore. We're going to subsidize the shit out of this and make this a contender right out of the gate. So people that are pissed off with Sony can pick up a Steam machine for a lot less than a PS5 or PS6 and just
that would be cool. But they've already said they're going to sell it for over $700.
They can change their mind.
Nope.
Sure they can.
Gabe Newell is not this big ethical billionaire everyone thinks he is. Everyone's sucking his dick.
Yeah, I don't personally care for that either. I'm not a fan of putting anybody on a pedestal, especially when I don't know what their motivations are. But you got to admit, there's a lot more to like about Gabe than there is about Herman Hulst.
Here's the thing. I don't know anything about Gabe Newell, so probably. I know way too much about Herman Hulst and what he believes, and that's the reason, Sony's been going down the toilet the last 6 years.
Mm-hmm. But I would love that. I would love for that to be a strategy they use. It doesn't even need to necessarily be like significantly cheaper than Sony. Like over $700, just keep it there. That's a good price, and that'll let you play probably most of what's available on Steam right now anyway.
Yeah.
You can have a pro version that has more memory, more graphics, better hardware, sure. If you want to play more high-end stuff, I'm totally fine with that. But like an entry-level Steam machine for around $700 or a little bit more than $700, I think that would convince a lot of people to move over because, in my opinion, anyway, a lot of what keeps console gamers from migrating to PC is this perceived complexity of it. And I'm not saying their perception's all in their head. It's not. There's a lot more that goes into buying a gaming PC than there is a console. So, how many choices do you have for a PS5? A Pro or not a Pro?
Right.
Whereas for...
Anecdotal evidence here, but I acquired a gaming laptop in air quotes over Christmas, and I've not really used it all that much. I decided to buy Resident Evil 9 on this computer instead of getting it on console because it has mods, and consoles, for the most part, don't have modifications to it. So I've been dicking around with mods for Resident Evil, and I gotta tell you, it is a bit of a complicated process that I wouldn't have to go through if stuff was just available on consoles. But so far, it's been worth it. I can't say I'm going to do this with every single game.
No,
it is kind of a pain in the ass to get everything set up.
It can be, but honestly, that's one of the big advantages that PC gaming has is the ability to mod stuff. And I've seen people say, oh, well, people just want to mod their PC game, you know, just for gooner shit. I'm like, yeah, maybe. That's a small part of it, probably. But it just allows you to take your game and customize it for yourself only.
If you buy it, it's yours. Who gives a fuck what you do with it?
Well, yeah, I agree with that. But
I bought it to get rid of the giant spider.
you got arachnophobia?
No, I have giant spider phobia. I'm not fine. I'm not, for real. I'm not scared of like real life spiders. They don't bother me at all. I don't give a shit. Unless they get in my way, I'll kill them pretty easy. But in video games, fantasy games especially, love to put fucking giant spiders everywhere the size of buses, and I don't fuck with that.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Sorry. So the way you said that just really made me laugh. The most modded game out there is Skyrim.
Yeah.
Owing to its longevity, the number of times it's been re-released, and the fact that it was buggy as shit. It's a Bethesda game. What do you expect? So there are so many different ways that you can customize this. And I guarantee you, 10 people who've modded their Skyrim probably have completely different mods. Some will have texture mods. Some will have like new armors, new weapons, new maps, new DLC-sized areas that are fully voiced campaigns. They've added Cyrodiil to Skyrim. They've added like complete other zones, or just map mods to make the map look a little bit more realistic, even adding in roads, or making it so that the game doesn't make you go through a loading screen when you go into Whiterun, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, there are mods that change all the dragons to Macho Man Randy Savage, and it's fucking awesome. Or Thomas the Tank Engine, which is just great.
Yeah.
Just outstanding. But that's the thing. You can change it to, you can mod a game to improve quality of life, things like little things like that, improve the UI, or you can just go batshit insane. It's up to you. So anytime I see anybody complain about mods in games, it's like, hold on a second. You're talking about a tiny, 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 tiny subset of mods when there's thousands of them out there. Get your head out of your ass.